My name is Mark Storr, Tech Service Rep with BASF, and this is my introduction to Engenia herbicide. The three main topics I wanted to cover today are Engenia labels, interpreting the EngeniaTankMix.com website, and understanding the label requirements of this new system. There are two labels that cover the use of Engenia. One is the specimen label, which you'd find on the product jug. This includes all possible uses for other crops, corn, small grains, what have you. The label on the right, the supplemental label, is a label that you have to access separately, and this covers the use of Engenia in dicamba-tolerant soybeans only. So for the purpose of our discussion here today, all of the information I'm going to be providing you will be accessed off of that supplemental label. When you open up that supplemental Engenia label, you'll notice the use rate and timing for dicamba-tolerant soybeans. It all boils down to you can make applications either pre-plant, pre-emerge, or post-emerge. But the main thing I wanted to point out is the use rate is 12.8 ounces per acre. That's the maximum that you can apply with any given timing of application. Up to 4 applications are allowed per season. That's not a realistic expectation that you'll be making 4 trips across the field with this product, but it's just a legal allowance that we could go to as much as 51.2 ounces per acre per growing season. Okay, we talked about the different application timings for Engenia. I also wanted to point out that we do cap the post-emerge applications at the R2 stage. So you can apply post-emerge to soybeans and through the R1 stage, but once the soybeans reach R2 stage, that's when we stop making those applications. The maximum weed height for Engenia is 4 inches and rainfast is 4 hours. Approved tank mixes can be found at our EngeniaTankMix.com website, which I'll show you in the next slide. A couple other things I want you to be aware of as far as tank mixes. We do not allow the use of ammonium salts, so you can't apply Engenia with AMS or UAN fertilizer. And we don't allow the use of acidifying water conditioners or anything that alters the pH of the spray solution. Here is a screenshot of the EngeniaTankMix.com website. And so what we've got here is a list of all approved products that could be utilized with Engenia as part of a tank mix. So what this allows you to do is mix and match products from the various categories listed to come up with an approved tank mix. There's also an alternative page to our website, which I call the recipe card approach, which lists tank mixes that are also approved that don't appear on that front page of that website. The difference in this particular set of tank mixes is you have to follow the specific recipe card mixes here. The front page, we allowed you to pick products from each category, mix and match however you wanted to come up with an approved tank mix. The alternative view shows you specific tank mixes that everything in this or on this recipe card would have to be included. You couldn't add additional things, you couldn't subtract any of the products from the tank mix, and obviously these are based on the given nozzle type. There are a few other label requirements that you need to be aware of beyond the tank mix information that we covered. The spray volume is a minimum of 10 gallons per acre or greater. Our travel speed needs to be limited to 15 miles per hour or less, and we need to maintain a boom height 24 inches above the target being the crop canopy or the soil if we're making a soil application. To reduce the risk of off-target movement, the label also provides specific direction when Engenia applications are made near sensitive crops, and includes information on wind speed, direction, and whether or not you would need to employ a downwind buffer. Thank you for your time today. If you have questions or need additional information about Engenia herbicide, be sure to call your local BASF representative.